come up with Coors Light?
Oh man, yeah, we've got some good code words, for plays and different things that we do, just to get our guys in certain positions in certain plays.
Do you mix it up to icy light this week?
Hey, you never know. You guys got to watch Monday night, I guess.
Russ, you were able to get it going in the second half. As you watch film, what were some of the things that you want to work on from the first game?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just starting cleaner. I think the best thing, though, we did was we responded really well. I mean, obviously we scored 37. We felt like we left some more touchdowns out there on the field that we could have had, potentially. So we got the right mentality. We had a great work week today, and yesterday, and so we got to have a great day tomorrow. And that's what we're focused on, just getting better every day.
How did it feel to get out there for the first time and first NFL regular season game in like 10 months or something? How did it feel to get out there and shake the rust off and be able to finish it?
Yeah, I think the best part of it all was just being with my teammates. That's the coolest part about playing the game of football is being in the huddle with 10 other guys. You're talking ball and you're trying to find ways to make the next play. I thought we responded, like I said, really great. I think that we also, just it's fun to celebrate with your guys, and on the field, the defense making great plays, the special teams getting blocks and all that. I mean, it's a great effort by everyone. But also, too, the celebration of just being on the field again. It's the greatest gift in the world. I always say to you guys, I'm one of 32 men in the world that get to do what I get to do, and it's a great gift and an honor, and to be in front of our fans for the first time, really playing and putting on the pads is really cool.
Russ, how did you develop the mentality that you had this willingness to throw the deep ball, even maybe when it doesn't work the first couple times? Just the maybe resilience to keep going back to it.
Yeah, I think we got great playmakers and guys that make great plays, and the mentality of those guys, they allow that to happen. I think also too, just you trust what you see, you trust what you know, and and you want to be able to do it all. I think it's part of our game is to facilitate the ball to different guys. I think that's a big part of how I always think about it is just, everybody's live, everybody's working to get open, and we got a lot of great receivers doing that.
Do you like being
about your experience being in your 13th season now? Are the ways that experience benefits you, like the line of scrimmage? Are you able to do things in terms of getting guys to play or things like that?
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. Obviously, be able to get us in the right play, to be at the line of scrimmage and call the right calls. Arthur does a great job of communicating with me throughout the whole week and really throughout the game, and we have a great dialogue. It's been fun. Tom Arthur's great too as well, just his knowledge of the game and obviously him playing, and so we have a great quarterback room. I mean, Justin and Kyle, smart guys too. So we just spend a lot of time and talking about what we're thinking, what we're seeing, and then at the end of the day, you got to have smart players who are talented, and we got those guys, and so it makes it fun when you're out there on the field, and and we can be at the line of scrimmage and play ball.
Do you like being under center as much as you were, and what benefits was that?
Yeah, and I've been under center quite a bit in my career. I've also been the gun, obviously, too. But, I go back to my Wisconsin days, I guess. High school, college was mostly gun, but in Wisconsin we were under center. I go to Mount, and then obviously throughout Seattle and all that stuff. So I think, it doesn't bother me being under or in the gun. I love just having the ball and being ready to play and facilitate the right guy.
Russ attended a bunch of play action passes with big chunks on Sunday night. What about Arthur Smith's offense opens up more of those opportunities with the personnel that you guys have?
Well, Arthur does a great job of really packaging plays and thinking about where we want to go and how we want to get there. I think also too, it really is a great job with the offensive line. I mean, everything starts with those guys up front, and when they're doing a great job blocking the way they did, and that was a really good front in the Jets. And we're gonna have another great one this week. So we've got to have high regard for these guys we're playing, and we got to be on our stuff. And I think the biggest thing is just playing one play at a time and understanding that each play that we run is a play that hopefully can go to the house. That's our mentality. And I think Arthur puts us in those situations.
Russ, the Jets run a lot of man, so maybe that was the reason you took some chances with George. But do you plan to attack more? Do you see more there between you and George and Sean?
George is such a tremendous player, such a tremendous receiver. His ability to make plays, he can really do it all. He's had great weeks of practice too. He's been really focused. I think with our receivers too, Van and Calvin, those guys, they're talented. Van's been in some big games, big situations, obviously being a Super Bowl champ, and Calvin, he's so talented, he can do it all. I really love Pat and Darnell and Connor, and we got a guy in Scotty Miller who's been big time before in clutch moments as well. And so I think when you think about all the guys that we have and the playmakers, and then you think about the running backs coming out of the backfield catching the ball as well, running it. It's we got a chance to be really great. We got more work to do though. We got to get better, and we're focused on that.
How was it taking snaps from Brian, and how do you assess his performance in
Yeah, people have not talked about Ryan enough. I haven't, at least. I feel like he's just done a tremendous job. Obviously, to step in with for Zach, but also too he's been leading in such a way. I think one of the things that really always shows a true pro to me is when the guy's not playing, is he still leading? How's he teaching? And how's he coaching? And how's he helping? And he's been great with Zach, all year so far. And when Zach went down, it was like it was nothing. It was all that confidence, all that hard work. Really stepped up, and I think he's a tremendous center. I think he's a guy that is going to play in the league for a long, long time. Both of those guys, and so I just really love our center position. They're smart guys, they're tough, they're athletic. There's nothing they can't do. So really love both of those guys.
Are you intentional about spreading the ball around all your skill players?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of the game, and just everybody knowing that everybody's going to touch the football tonight. And also it makes it hard on the defense. When we got playmakers all over the field, it makes it tough on the defense for sure. So something I definitely believe in. I've always believed in, and guys do a great job. And it's all because of how hard they work. And when guys work their tail off in practice every day, and get the extra work and pre-practice, after practice, as you guys see all the time, those guys doing that, it makes it fun for me and makes it fun for all of us. Yeah, I don't know if he's, I feel like he should be playing in the NBA, how big he is. He's just, I think the biggest thing about Darnell is, he's so young, but so mature. He's a guy that's won a national championship. He's a guy that can do anything on the football field. He's probably bigger than anybody else on the field, but he can really run and really catch. He's a tremendous threat for us, for sure.
Russ, how did you feel on Monday, and was there any relief that this week seems just to be maybe the first real normal one that you've had in terms of preparation in a while?
I don't know. I think that, first of all, I felt great, physically. I think the guys did a great job of keeping me upright and all that. I think the biggest thing, though, is that, every week feels like, Super Bowl week to me. I don't look at them any different. You got to have that mentality that you prepare that way every week, and you get used to that and you get comfortable in that. Not comfortable in a bad way, but you understand that the sense of urgency every week, every huddle, every practice, every meeting is everything. There's no in between about is this a walkthrough or a practice, or is it just 7-on-7 today? No, this is the one. This is the only one. And we have the mentality. I think that it really helps just you get comfortable in the positions of adversity. I don't mind a little adversity. I know it's temporary, and you just go through it, and you rise to the occasion when it's needed.
Treating every week like the Super Bowl, whether you're playing or not. I noticed when you were rehabbing, you were around Art a lot during practice. Like you were asking questions. There seemed to be a lot of back and forth. I mean, is that not being around you the rest of your career? Is that normal for you in an OC, or was that maybe more specific to sort of the circumstances of just not being on the field?
Yeah, very much so. I think it's definitely something that I've always prided myself in, is just learning and growing and watching every play. I've had guys that have been around, guys like Leon Washington, who was just a guy who watched everything, studied every play, and guys like Sidney Rice, and they knew the whole offense, and they understood things. And I've been, I remember going to my rookie year, going to the Pro Bowl, and being around guys like Big Ben was there, being around guys like especially being around guys like Drew Brees and Eli, and being on the NFC team in particular, just the presence and Peyton and all those guys. I just learned and watched a lot, and I just have always believed in understanding and learning every play. There's never a play off. There's something that we can gain, something we can learn and see. And but for me, I think also too, I want to be the example of that. I think that it's important that going into year 13 of it all is just to be the demonstration of that. The standard is the standard, and I think also too that the reality is that we're always going to keep growing, no matter what we're going through, no matter how great it is or how tough it is. There's a responsibility there that we got to keep learning and keep growing, and that's the fun part about it. That's the journey. That's the part that you embrace, and that's the part that you love, especially playing this position. And so I'm constantly asking questions, not afraid to ask the questions or bring something up if we think it's going to help. And so that's kind of my mentality is, and Arthur and I definitely have a lot of dialogue about that.
Guys, two more here.
I know that you don't go into games anticipating or having hesitation when you're dealing with an injury, but that sneak that you had, you were kind of pushing off your calf into the end zone. Is there maybe a sense of relief after that play? Like, I was able to do that. This is a benchmark in showing how far you've come dealing with that injury.
Yeah, I think that I think it was I didn't really think about it, to be honest with you. I was like, let's score, let's end the game, whatever it takes. And when I'm out there, I try not to think about anything. I just try to play ball, and whatever's called, let's go get it. Let's go get the first down. Let's go get the touchdown, whatever. So, but yeah, I think that it is a real thing. Just the relief of being able to be out there again and play the game and move around and really do all the things. That was hard. That was the hardest part on me. To be honest with you, it's just not being able to do everything I love to do every day. And so that's where you sit back and you ask the questions and you learn and you're studying and you're getting that sense of the passion of the game that you may be missing physically every day. And so but to be out there physically means a lot to me, just to be with my teammates again, score touchdowns, and us all celebrate together. And I've never really cared who scores, to be honest with you. I just want to play and win, and just all of us have to celebrate together. So that's been cool, and that was a big moment for sure.
One more. I think we asked you this in the summer too. I mean, at this stage of your career, would you be open to coming off the field for a Justin or Mike wants to throw that wrinkle in, and Art wants to throw that wrinkle in at some point, or somebody's like, no, I need to stay in there and keep my rhythm.
No, I think first of all, Justin's such a tremendous football player, man. When he has the ball in his hands, he can do some special things, and so I think for us, it's really about us winning and him getting in there and playing ball. If he does, I know he'll do great. And and so there's always the different things that we think about and how he gets in there, how we do this, how we do that, if that ever comes up. But I just think the biggest thing is just, man, it's all about us together. That's really how I think about it.